In today's video we get to test this new MJX H8H 1/8 scale RC crawler. Let's get into it. Now you may be saying to yourself, what's he on about? That's been out for a while, and you'd almost be right. This H8H has been out since 2024, but this is what is known as the H8H Plus. There are some subtle differences from the previous version, and hopefully that will improve its crawling performance. Well, first of all, it comes in this new shiny black body, which was previously unavailable. It did come in pink, on blue or grey, and some other colour, and now it comes in black on black. Now, for those who were not familiar with the previous version, let me just take you through this very quickly. This is a 1/8 scale RC crawler. It runs from 2S to 3S. It has lockable GIFs both front and rear, 2 speeds, lots of detailing such as the roof light, headlight, indicators, rear light, the mirrors on the side, the cage, fender flares, side steps which hold the body in place. It has a clipless body system which is opened up with a little thumb screw underneath. Some details on the rear like the full-size spare wheel, the jerry cans and the jack, tow hooks, snorkel, door handles and door hinges like you would expect from any crawler nowadays. Of course, very nice oil-filled metal shocks. Detailed interior with no driver figure, and you can see in the rear there is 2 posts to support the body even further when it rolls. On the underside we do have 4-link suspension front and rear, telescopic drive shaft running from centre to front and rear axles, metal parallel chassis rails like you would see on normal crawlers. On the inside you can see we have 2 battery trays, one at the rear, one at the front, servos here for switching gears and locking diffs, and here we have a brushless 3970 1500 kV brushless FOC motor. Here we have the 2S to 3S 80 amp ESC, and if you didn't already know, there is an Angry Snail app which you can download to your phone so you can program the parameters of the ESC on the go. Now, generally speaking, there are already quite a few videos on the previous version and it is very much alike, but with the Plus version and the new upgrades, how is it going to perform? Let's take this thing on the hills and let's find out. Now, what we do know of this for a crawler is meant to be extremely fast. So here we go, first run. And that is in slow gear. Low gear, all diffs unlocked, and yeah, a reasonable fast walking pace. And for people like me who never remember all the switches and buttons on the remote, they are very conveniently labelled, like this one in the middle that says HL. Obviously that will switch us into high gear with a beep. Wow, high gear, ridiculously fast. Oh, I wasn't quite expecting that fast. Now, high gear is ridiculously fast for a crawler. and it definitely kicks up some dust. Let's get it on the hills and do what it's meant to do. Currently running in low gear with diffs locked. Oh, tyres are nice and grippy. They're very knobbly, so we can expect to get a lot of grip from those. Like I said, this truck does have FOC, which means I can keep my finger in a general same position, and the truck will compensate for power on its own. Let's do some easy crawls for now. Not bad. Not bad at all. The portal axles, of course, are giving it a good amount of clearance. Now the hard part of filming a crawler is always trying to film one-handed whilst trying to drive well. My partner in crime, Jon, is not with me today. He fell off a cliff last time and didn't survive, unfortunately. Now this is quite an incline. It's a good 40 degrees or so. The soil is a little bit wet, it has been raining. Now this is the difficult part where not many crawlers make. You can see why. Look at that. I'll try a different line. I'm trying not to take easy lines though to make this look good for you guys. I'm obviously not the best crawler. It helps that it does have FOC. I mean, filming, trying to drive, trying to crawl. Give it beans, I guess. There you go. Just power it up. It does have the power. It does have the power when you need it. Now going down is just as easy. The drag brake doing an excellent job. Those portal axles clearing those huge rocks. Now we may have found a little bit which will prove a little bit too difficult. You can try. Oh, there we go. Almost rolled down the hill. Quick rescue there. Wants to go. Maybe a little bit too much. That is literally 48 to 50 degrees. You see its wheel lifting up. Nah, I'm gonna give this one a pass. I'm gonna do some downhill. Very scary downhill. You see that FOC kicking in, it's just buttery smooth. I'm not sure if you can see exactly how steep these are. Bit of a rescue with the throttle there. These hills are extremely steep, guys. This is very unsafe. But the hill hold is good. If you're wondering, yes, those are gunshots in the distance, but I'm safe, don't worry. I think one of the major disadvantages of a large-scale crawler or trail truck is that most of the climbs and crawls we find are more suited to conventional 1/10 scale. So, you know, usually when you're 1/10 scale, all the little nooks and crevices that the 1/10 scale will fit into, you will find the 1/8 scale or 1/7 scale even, whatever scale, large scale you're using, will not fit, and hence give you a harder time crawling. So you really do have to pick your routes. Pick your lines well, you have a better time. In general, trails like this, it does absolutely perfectly well. I think just a few of those climbs were a little bit, maybe too aggressive, a little bit too extreme. I mean, look at it, guys, it's barely walkable. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, it's making a horrible squeaky noise. I'm not sure if something going on dry in the diffs or in the drivetrain somewhere. Not even sure if it made that noise earlier. Nice. Oh no, very, very nice looking truck, right? The way it handles, the way it moves, the suspension. Okay, so I've reached a bit of a problem because I don't know whether I came from that way or that way. It looks like that hill or that hill. Yeah, I'm kind of lost on top of the hills. We'll go that way. Yep, unfortunately I'm definitely lost on the hill. But not entirely a bad thing. I do have water, and I'm finding lots of little crawling areas. What I do love about these crawlers or trail trucks and walking around the hills like this, it is great exercise. I mean, I don't have a dog. It's a little bit like, well, walking a dog, literally. A little bit out of breath, but like I said, good exercise. Gets you out walking. Good excuse to get away from the wife. Yeah, I'm so lost. I have no idea which way to head. I guess head downhill, right?
Now, so far I haven't actually mentioned what the upgrades are on this H8H Plus version, and if you haven't already noticed, it is the metal wheels, which are beadlock wheels. Not only that, but the wheel hubs and the entire axles are now made of aluminum or aluminium. Now that will give you a definite advantage when it comes to center of gravity, lowering the weight, making the truck more capable of crawling and less likely to flip over. And you can also see by the added weight on the axles and on the wheels, you're also getting some improved grip even on this very dusty, muddy surfaces. You're getting some improved grip because of that lower down weight, and ultimately just better overall crawling performance.
Alright guys, so I have set the camera down. I am going to climb this this rocky piece of terrain very, very quickly. Oh, not too quickly, but I think it proves, and it does show you that the FOC works well, the drag brake works really well, and the center of gravity, which is lowered by those metal axles and those metal wheels, is a great advantage. I think you can see the car sloping. You can probably appreciate how steep exactly this little rocky piece is. You see the drag brake works really well, and the FOC is just perfect handling. Brilliant. Okay guys, so that was the MJX H8H Plus. Quite a mouthful actually to say that. Out of the box, a very good performing truck. Now these little light protector brackets are actually in the box. It does come with the car. They're in a little hidden compartment inside the box, and you need to remove that to find it. I do know of some people who didn't find it and then threw the box away. Evan. Quite a capable, good sized trail truck or crawler. The upgrade axles and wheels really helped to lower its center of gravity. You could see on some of those hills when it did topple over, those were extreme angles where I just pushed it a little bit too much. Any trails or climbs that you would normally go through, this will handle very, very easily. It does have the power, it has the speed, it has the strength, it has the torque. Now the H8H Plus is available now from Makerfire. If you did like this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. In the meanwhile, please feel free to enjoy one of these.